The world of fashion remembered the designer Karl Lagerfeld as a giant among men and a genius. The man behind Chanel and Fendi's luxury designs has died at the age of 85. Rarely mainstream and often controversial, he once described himself as the Joan of Arc of design. Our senior correspondent David Bowden looks back now at his life.
I never wanted a different life. I'm pretty happy with what I got.
With his trademark black outfits, ponytail and sunglasses day or night, Karl Lagerfeld acknowledged he was a caricature of himself. But he was also a colossus of the fashion world. Donatella Versace called him a genius who touched the lives of so many, especially Gianni and I. And Melania Trump posted, "Today the world lost a creative genius. We will miss you, Karl."
So this was a drawing that Karl did for Vogue when we had an Easter special.
Alexandra Schulman was editor-in-chief of the style magazine Vogue here in the UK for a quarter of a century.
Well, if I say that the fashion industry wouldn't be recognisable in the form that it is, probably without Karl, that gives you some idea. I think he was very responsible for making the way that fashion resonates with people in general the way it is today.
Karl Lagerfeld's greatest influence was at Chanel, where he was creative director for more than 30 years. But the German couturier also worked with Fendi, as well as creating pieces for his own brands.
I think he was a king of designers, or you could say a Kaiser, as he was actually German.
British designer Dame Zandra Rhodes is preparing for her latest collection, but remembers the friend she'd first met decades ago.
So he was always very grand. He really was a very grand person of superb intelligence and great taste, and he always did things in different ways.
The man himself had a clear vision of what fashion should be.
If you don't have the music of the day, the mood of the day, and the feeling of the day, fashion doesn't say anything, it wouldn't be fashion.
And he could be cutting. Sweatpants, he said, were a sign of defeat. He called the singer Adele a little too fat. Kate Middleton, he said, had a nice silhouette, though Pippa should only show her back, because Lagerfeld didn't like her face. He was much kinder to his pet cat, Choupette, who became a feline star in her own right. Over the last few weeks, the king of the catwalk has been absent from the runways, too ill to attend. Now he'll never take the applause of the fashionistas again. David Bowden, Sky News.